Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Vanessa of Servant Beats. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell. And in today's video, because you guys requested it, I'm going to be making the round tassel beaded bag. And without further ado, let's just get right into the tutorial. For the requirements of this tutorial, we're going to need black sugar beads or square beads. This is size 10 or 10 millimeters. You're going to need a 0.7 millimeter fishing line. Here I have two round back handles, and in case you're wondering the diameter of these handles, they are like from inside it's like a 4-inch. Okay, so we have that. You're going to need your tassels. Of course, I have a tutorial on my channel on how to make the tassels. It's a separate tutorial, so make sure you check it out. And of course, you're going to need your pair of scissors and your measuring tape if you want to be doing the measurements for your bag. So that's basically it. So let's get right into the tutorial. Okay, so to start, up 6 beads. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to cross with the 6th bead. I'm going to cross with the 6th bead like this. So we have a ring of 6. Then with one end of the fishing line, I'm going to use the fishing on my right. This is row 1. Okay, row 1 is a ring of 6, right? We have completed row 1, so we are building a circle. So row 1 of the circle, which is the middle of the circle, is 6 beads. So row 2 is going to be rings of 6 beads surrounding these 6 beads of row 1. Okay, so my fishing is attached to 1 bead. That means I need just 5 beads to make a ring of 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick up 5 beads and cross with the 5th bead, making sure that the fishing lines are equal. So this is what we have. Remember, this is where we've crossed, so this is the middle part of our bead. Okay, so I am just going to turn my work in a way that it's going to be easy for me to work with it. Right, so I'm going to insert my fishing line to the following bead right here. Now my fishing is attached to 2 beads, so how many beads do I need to pick up? Just 4 beads to make a ring of 6. I'm picking up 4 beads. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cross with the 4th bead, just like this. That's another ring of 6, and I'm going to insert my fishing line into the following bead again. I'm going to pick up 4 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I am going to be crossing with the 4th bead again. So you're just going to repeat this pattern until you've done this bead and this bead, and in the last one we're going to switch it up and end the row. Okay, so we are at the last bead, so I'm going to insert my fishing line into that last bead, then into the very first bead that we picked off when we started this row of 6 again. So I've inserted my fishing line there. I'm inserting my fishing line into this very first bead right here. So now my fishing line is attached to 3 beads, and what does that mean? It means I need 3 beads to complete my ring of 6 and to complete this row. This is row number 2 that we are completing. So boom, our row is complete. Okay, now I want you to take note of, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sided shape. So this is how our shape looks like, right? The next row, which is row number 3, we are going to be alternating between rings of 5 and 6. Okay, now all rings of 5 are going to be on these tips or on these corners of our shape. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners are going to hold rings of 5. So if you take note, rings of 5 are going to be attached to just 1 bead, and the remaining 2 beads in the middle of each rings of 5 are going to hold rings of 6. I'm going to demonstrate. So right now I crossed, and if you take note, the crossing bead is in this this depression right here, which is supposed to have the ring of 6. So it's attached, my fishing line is attached to 1 bead right now. I'm going to move it into the following bead so that my fishing line is attached to 2 beads. So we are doing a ring of 6 right now. So this is the start of row number 3 for a circle. So my fishing line is attached to 2 beads. That means I need 4 beads to have my ring of 6. So I'm picking up 4 beads. I'm crossing with the 4th bead, just like that. And then this is our corner or our tip. And what did I say about the tip? The tip is supposed to hold rings of 5. Okay, so I'm going to insert my fishing line into that tip bead right there. My fishing line is attached to 2 beads, so to make it 5 I just need to pick up 3 beads to complete that ring of 5. So pick up 3 beads to complete that ring of 5, cross with the 3rd bead, and boom, we have that. And as you can see, our next bead is, like I said, we're alternating between 6 and 5. So the next one obviously is a 6 because we just had 5. And we have our 2 beads here. So I'm going to insert my fishing line into the 2 beads. So I'm just going to keep working like this, alternating between the rings of 5 and 6 and the 2 beads and the tip beads, or the depression beads and the tip beads, until I get back to the beginning. So I'm going to meet you guys there when I'm almost about to complete the row. Okay, so now we are at the end of our row, and I'm inserting my fish line to the following bead, then to the very first bead of that row, just like this. And my fish line is attached to 3 beads, so that means I need just 2 beads to complete my ring of 5. So I'm picking up 2 beads. I'm going to cross with the second bead, and boom, row number 3 is done. As you can see, row number 1 was 6 beads, row number 2 was rings of 6 beads, row number 3 is alternating between rings of 5 and 6 beads, and row number 4 is going to be just rings of 4 bead. Okay, so I'm going to be having here my fish line is attached to 1 bead. I'm going to start by picking up 3 beads because I want to have a ring of 4, and since my fish line is attached to 1 bead, I need just 3 beads to complete that ring of 4. So I'm going to just cross with the third bead that I picked up, and that's my ring of 4. I'm going to insert my fishing line into the following bead, and then right now my fishing line is attached to 2 beads. I'm going to pick up 2 beads now to complete my ring of 4, and I'm going to cross with the second bead, just like this. Insert my fishing line again into the following bead, pick up 2 beads, and cross with the second bead. And you're basically going to repeat row number 4 like this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is row number 4. You're going to repeat row number 4 until you get back to the beginning. So I'm going to meet you guys there when I am done with row number 4. Okay guys, so here we are. I've completed my row of 4. Alright, I'm almost done. So I'm going to insert my fishing line into the last of the following bead from the previous row, then into the very first bead of row 4, which is the row we are currently working on. And to end the row, I'm going to pick up just 1 bead because right now my fishing line is attached to 3 beads. Okay guys, so here we are. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So we are going to do our final row of our circle, and that is rows of 5. Okay, so I have my fishing line now in 1 bead. I am going to pick up 4 beads, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 beads right there, and then I'm going to cross with the 4th bead. Let me just turn my work. So we need to start making circles of 5. Okay, so I'm going to insert my fishing line into the following bead, and then make sure that my fishing lines are equal. And from here, I'm going to start picking up 3 beads because my fishing line is attached to 2 beads. So I need just 3 beads to complete our circle of 5. So I'm picking up 3 beads, and I'm going to be crossing with the 3rd bead, just like that. Okay, make sure you pull nice and firm. Insert your fishing line to the next following bead, then pick up 3 beads, and you're going to continue doing this until you go around the back. Okay guys, so we are almost done with our circle. Let me just do a quick measurement for you so you can know how it is. So my circle is a total of 5.5 inches, just to put it out there. Okay, now I am at the end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my fishing line into the last bead right there and into the first bead here. And I am simply going to pick up 2 beads, and I'm going to cross with the second bead because my fishing line is attached to 3 beads. Okay, so this is what you're supposed to have to finish circle. Like I said, it's 5.5 inch. Okay, so we are going to start building the corners now. Okay, and the corners is going to be a ring of 4, and it's going to look like a staircase sort of look. Okay, so I'm going to start with the fishing line on my left. So I'm going to pick up 3 beads. I'm going to pick up 3 beads like this, and then I'm going to cross with the 3rd bead. Just going to cross with the 3rd bead. So this is what we have. Okay, so this is what we have. This is how our first circle of 4 is looking like. And I'm simply going to insert my fishing line into the following bead like this. And then I'm going to pick up the fishing line on my left, and I'm going to pick up 2 beads, cross with the 2nd bead. So like I said, we are trying to build the sides, cross with the 2nd bead. As you can see, we're already having like some sort of a V shape. Let me continue, insert my fishing line to the following bead. I'm going to pick up 2 beads, and I'm going to cross with the 2nd bead. I'm going to cross the 2nd bead like this. Okay, so this is what we have. As you can see, we have, like I said, it's a staircase. So this is the top part of the staircase, of the stairs. This is the flat part. Then this is the top part again. So you're just going to move like this, insert your fishing line like this, until I'm going to tell you how many rows I did, how many staircase looks I did. So we're just going to keep working like this until I'm not going to go around the entire back. I'm going to end somewhere because we need to find a place that's going to be the opening of our back. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how many I did. Okay guys, so I've done the part of the corner. I think I've done like 3/4 done. So this is a total of 34 rows that I've done here, and I've left 7 beads. So you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. I mean, I've left 14 beads. I don't know why I said 7. So I still have my long fishing line here. You can go ahead and do another row if you want your back to be bigger in shape and thicker, but I'm just going to demonstrate with this one row here. Okay, so before I continue, I'm going to attach the handle of my bag. So this is my handle, and since I have 14 beads, I'm just going to count to the middle. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and this is, I'm going to start it from here. This is going to be my middle bead. I'm going to insert my fishing line here. Okay, oh, by the way, if you want to make the bigger size of this tassel bag, you can check out my tutorial on how to make a brown beaded bag, the bigger version. So you're just going to do a complete big size, then you're going to attach the tassels the same way I'm going to show you when we get to that stage. Okay, so on one end of my fishing line, I'm going to pick up 3 beads, just 3 beads, and then I'm going to insert my handle just like that, and I'm going to cross, not cross, I'm going to tie. I'm simply going to tie. So I'll just create a very short loop to hold my handle in. I'm going to tie 2 times, and that's fine. That's okay. So I'll ask you to make sure you attach your handle before you join your bag, so that you'll be able to, you know, it's not going to be difficult, because if you join your bag without attaching your handle, it's going to be way stressful. Okay, so I've just cut off the excess fishing line, and this is what our bag is looking like. And now you're going to repeat everything that I've just done here again. Repeat the exact same thing to create a similar bag. Okay, I'm going to create a similar half a bag basically. Like I said, you can work a second row if you want this corner of your bags to be thicker. If I put these two together, it's not as thick. Maybe you want it to be bigger. If you want it to be bigger in size, add another row or add 3. It all depends on you. Right, now we are going to join our bag basically. We are simply going to join her. So like I said, I had a very long fishing line here. Now with this fishing line on my right hand, I'm going to pick up 1 bead. I'm going to insert that same fishing line into the following bead like this, and then I am going to pick up 1 bead again, and I'm going to cross with that 1 bead. So this is what you normally do if you were to join 2 pieces of mat basically. Okay, so this is what I have. So as you can see, these are 2 flat sides of our staircase. I don't know if you can tell, these are 2 flat sides of our staircase, so they are matching. The next part is the standing part of our staircase. So I'm going to insert my fishing line to the following bead, just like that. Grab the other fishing line, insert it into the standing staircase. Let's be calling it that. The flat and the standing, the flat and the standing. So make sure that when you're building your sides, make sure that when you're building your sides, if you end with a flat staircase on one side of your circle, you are supposed to end with a flat one as well with the other circle. As you can see, she is joining as a staircase as well. So I'm just going to repeat this pattern of inserting my fishing line into the following bead on each side and crossing with 1 bead until I join the entire bag. Okay, by the way, if I put this back like this, this is the size of the mouth. I know she's looking wobbly now, it's because I'm pressing her too hard, but this is how the mouth is looking like. These rings are heavy, they're making the bag look weak. This is what the mouth of a bag is looking like. If you want her to be bigger, like I said, I did 34 around. You could do 30. Depends on you if you want the mouth of the bag to be wider. Okay, so we're just going to repeat this joining until I'm going to meet you when I'm done. So when we get to the end, I've just inserted 1 bead into my fishing line here. Then I'm just going to insert it into this last bead, this bead on the side here, so that both fishing lines are going to meet on one spot. And I'm just going to tie that. I'm just going to tie this down. Okay, so this is what your bag is supposed to look like. I'm going to insert a video of me, spinning the bag around. You could leave it like this, or you could add your tassels as we're going to do because we're making the tassel bag. Okay, I'm just going to tuck all of this in, then I'm going to meet you back. Okay, so I am done. So I am done with tucking everything in, and the way you attach your tassels at this stage depends on you. Okay, so I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 tassels here in this holes here at the side, and obviously it's going to be the same 4 on this side, so that is a total of 8. Now the way you attach here is going to be depending on you. So you could decide to do very small tassels where they're going to enter into these small spaces of each, each gap of these. You could do smaller tassels to enter those spaces. So instead of doing around 300 wraps the way I show in how to make tassels video, you could do say 150 or 200. Okay, so you could either do them in every after every bead that you see, or you could do it after every other bead that you see. For example, you could have 2 here. You could do a tassel after each ring of 6. So this is a ring of 6, you have a tassel. Skip 2 beads, which is a ring of 6, you have a tassel. You could do that. Okay, so like I said, all of that depends on you. I'm just going to grab my very first tassel. Remember, you can make your tassels to be however long you want them. It depends on you. So I am going to thread the first of my tassels. I'm going to first of all insert my needle here, and whatever end I have, I'm going to leave a very long end, and I'm going to wrap it around this other ring here, so that I'm going to tie it so that when I'm pulling my tassels, actually in this one you don't actually need to pull your tassels like the way I demonstrated in the bigger version of the tassel bag and the mini version. Okay, but I don't want it to slip through the hole, so I'm just going to wrap it there. I'm going to grab, okay, I'm going to grab my first tassel like this, insert my needle, of course. I'm going to insert my needle there, move the fishing line and the needle into the following bead, and my first tassel has been attached like this. I'm going to pick up my second tassel, I'm going to insert it here, then I'm going to move into the following bead, attach it. Now this is what I'm going to do. I have this lone bead here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach a tassel in this bead, and then I'm going to attach it after every 2 beads. Okay, I'm going to attach my tassels after every 2 beads, like after every other bead. Okay, so you could do that, like I said, in between, like every bead you can attach a tassel. It depends on you. So when I'm done attaching the tassels, I'm going to tell you how many tassels I ended up using. So I'm just going to continue attaching them. Remember, you can make them however long you want it. It all depends on you. I'm going to move my needle into these next 2 beads. Pick up another tassel. I'm basically going to repeat the same thing until I get around the entire bag, until I get to the end. Okay, so I'm going to do this for the entire bag, and I'm going to meet you back. As you can see, it's having a good coverage, so I'm going to do all of this until I get to the end. Okay, so I've gotten to the end of our tassels. I've gotten to the end of our tassels, and I'm just going to tie these. But before I do that, let me take off my needle and count the number of tassels I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I have 22 tassels that I use all together. Like I said, you could have more. Honestly, I prefer that you make smaller tassels and insert them after every bead. Okay, after every bead you insert the tassel after every bead, so that your bag will be more full. But if you still want to do it this way, that is fine and good. So I'm just pulling my tassels from all directions. making sure they're all nice and tight. So while I was inserting the tassels, I didn't pull that hard on them because I wanted them to lay down nice and flat. So I'm just going to pull these as tight as I can at this end, and I'm simply going to tie off. Now here's the thing about making a circular bag with tassels. Now you make the tassels and you trim the tassels on the back, because since it's a circular shape, you're going to have series of highs and lows. Okay, I'm going to explain that in a moment, because at this point all my tassels are already trimmed and they are basically the same size. But I'm going to show you guys how it looks. There are some places that are too short, some places that are too long, which is why I said you're going to trim them. I'm going to show you in a moment. So if you want to tie, make sure you wrap your one end of the fishing line at least 2 times or 3 times. So I have mine 2 times there. I'm going to try to wrap it a 3rd time, then I'm going to pull it down so that the knot stays in place, and I'm going to tie it again. Okay, so this is what our bag is looking like so far. I don't know if you can tell, but they are not the same length. I think it's even looking good at this point, but all the ends are not the same length. So please make sure you trim your tassels on your back. Okay, do the final trimming, like the final length that you want should be done while the tassel is on your back, attached to your back already. Okay, because obviously these points are going to be high, these points are going to be high, and these points are going to be low. So these tassels here need to be longer than these ones here. I hope I'm making sense. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and trim my tassels. Make sure that you hold your back up in the air, or you should be suspending somewhere so that you have an even trim of your back. You can put it on a table edge, whichever is preferable for you. So I'm going to use my needle and tuck in the excess line here, and then I'm going to trim my tassels, and I'm going to show you guys how everything looks. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. So please don't forget to check my other tassel bag tutorials, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Bye.